Oh, and I actually didn't show it off, but if you were looking at the I don't know what to call it, the level select screen, you might think that this might be the ending right here, because that was like the last level that they showed on the map, but yeah, finishing off that boss there unlocks the final level on the level select screen, which is, of course, as we saw in the intro, I don't remember what it was, NGC-1611, I think? I don't know, whatever. I think they're about to say it again anyways, which is where we're gonna crash land onto right now. Oh, that parachute deployment animation is just hilarious. So yeah, speaking of which, yeah, there's a few things in this game that are pretty bad, and there's quite a few things in this game that are pretty bad, and certainly the quality of the animations is one of them. This is actually a pretty cool level. I actually really like the idea behind this. It's just like this peaceful little place. It kind of reminds me of Heady Wonderland from Dynamite Heady. It's just like this nice, tranquil little place, little garden, a lot of greenery and stuff, and then suddenly it all comes to life and kills you, which I guess didn't actually happen in Heady Wonderland. In Dynamite Heady, at least not till the very, very end of the stage, but still. I don't know, it just makes me think of that. I often think of better games when I'm playing bad games. Oh yeah, and this is Triton's last weapon pickup, which is the Reflex Laser. I believe this thing will actually reflect off of walls, except there are hardly any walls in the game anyways, and there's like no reason to ever reflect lasers off them. It's basically pointless. All of his other weapons are better. But yeah, that's his final weapon pickup. Woohoo. Actually, Alcides is actually... This is actually a part of the game where Alcides kind of shines. He's definitely the best at taking out these, I don't know, shrubbery enemies. And then we go into the inside of the planet, and it's a completely different picture. And yeah, this is basically... Or not the final level of the game, but, you know, like the final... I don't know what to call it. The final graphics set? I don't know. This is what the next couple levels are basically just this. And, oh, hey, there's Panthera's final weapon. I don't even remember what that is. It's Burst. It doesn't even do... Oh, he's out of ammo. Oh, and actually, yeah, right next to it is Alcides' final weapon, which is just what I said it was, that invincibility shield. I'm not even gonna bother showing it off. It's exactly what you might think it is. The exact same as Panthera's, except with the gigantic animation at the start. And here we have what I guess you might think is the final boss, but it isn't. I still have my level 2 weapon. Fuck. Yeah, I didn't actually upgrade my weapon yet. I guess I need to go to 800. You know what? This boss is dreadfully tedious. Like, yeah, this is actually literally going to be faster this way. I'm just going to go back to the start and do the level again and level up to get the last... to get the fully upgraded shot for Triton here. And then the increase in power will actually be faster than just fighting that boss straight up without it. It's actually faster to just redo the level, get the level up, and fight the boss again with your powered up weapons than to do it with the low power weapon. And actually, I might as well go all... Or actually, no, I'm going to need to conserve weapon energy for the boss. Okay, so that's that. We don't even need to bother with... Yeah, there you go. Oh my goodness. Oh, the slowdown. Maybe this was a mistake. Yeah, I probably should have taken care of those guys. Oh well. Here we go. Eat Act Plasma. Oh hey, I never actually realized that. If you shoot upwards, it cancels your plasma there. That's kind of neat and inconvenient, but I don't know. I don't understand why you can't just aim the thing upwards. I will say one thing. As in general, I dislike the sound design in this game. Like the sound effects in this game are just really annoying for the most part. I find, especially getting hit. Like yeah, that little, I don't know, garbly farting noise that it does whenever you get hit. It's just, I don't know, most of the sound effects in this game are annoying, but for some reason, I find the little machine gun sound of Triton's regular shot just really satisfying. That's like the only sound effect in the game that I actually like. This here is probably one of the easiest bosses, or at least this first part of the boss is one of the easiest fights in the game. There's basically nothing to this. You just find the safe spot and fire away at the face. And then you keep doing that until all the faces are gone, which takes a while, as you might imagine. So yeah, I guess maybe I have an opportunity to talk a bit about the game as a whole, I guess. I actually have a little page of notes here. Just stuff to talk about when I'm like, doing boring farming stuff or boring rapid-firing bosses stuff. I haven't actually needed it yet, but I guess here we go. So yeah, this game was actually developed by a company called Jorudan. I just researched that before the Let's Play, just again to make sure I had something to talk about for situations like this. But there's not really anything else to say about Jorudan. As far as I can tell, this is certainly the only game of note that they ever released in North America. And yeah, even their Japanese releases are mainly just like, I don't know, they got like virtual pets and like gambling games, and it's basically all crap. But I was surprised to learn that they actually developed a dating sim, a relatively well-known one that got an English translation patch many years back called, what was it called? It was something Japanese : Bloody Bride. Most people just refer to it as Bloody Bride, which I actually did play that back when it first got translated. So okay, this is the one boss in the game where the reflect shield is really useful for. Because yeah, that orb that he shoots out just circles around and tries to home in on you, and it can actually be a bit of a pain to try and dodge. But yeah, the reflect shield basically just nullifies it. Because yeah, I guess yeah, Triton is the only character who actually doesn't get like an invincibility weapon. So to make up for it, he just has this shield that basically nullifies like all of the projectiles in the game. It's actually pretty sweet. Against, or at least it would be pretty sweet if, more enemies used projectiles, but as it is, most of the most dangerous enemies in the game just crash into you. Okay, and that's that. Okay, so remember how just like less than like 6 or 7 minutes ago I said that yeah, that was the point in the game. It was back on the ghost ship where I said that that was the point of the game where the characters kind of start to come into their own and become fairly powerful. So okay, we're moving on to the next segment of the game here. There's actually, you might think the game's over at this point. It's like, yeah, we beat the core of NGC-1611. And yeah, they're playing like the main theme again. Yeah, the game is totally over at this point. But no, we've actually got a fair bit of game left. But the game is basically over for our 3 traveling companions here. They are not going to be used for the rest of the game. Basically at the end of this cutscene, we're gonna unlock the ultra-powerful super robot Xardion. And we're basically just gonna use him for the rest of the game. So yeah, all this time spent leveling up whatever character you were leveling up, completely pointless. And of course, to make space in the party, just like a Final Fantasy IV style, we've got to kill a character off to make room in the party for the new edition. So yeah, I don't know what was preventing them from going thrusters full with Panthera there. I think maybe they just didn't like him. Who knows? And yeah, that's Xardion right there. So anyways, apparently I'm out of stuff to talk about. So yeah, Jorudan, they made Bloody Bride. Or it was something no vampire, Bloody Bride. Or maybe it was the other way around, Bloody Bride, something or other vampire? I don't know. Whatever. And that's literally the only interesting thing about Jorudan, is that they made a dating sim for PlayStation that got translated at some point into English. Other than that, basically my notes just talk about how this game is really bad. The animation sucks, the characters are really badly balanced, the bosses are all really tedious, and they have like almost nothing to them either. It's like Arms was kind of interesting, he had a bunch of different attacks, and he did them in a random order. The water blob was stupid. and repetitive and terrible. Crab boss was stupid and repetitive and terrible. The ship with the head crab latched onto it was stupid and tedious and terrible. Alien parasite on the ghost ship, I guess, had a little bit of randomness going on, but there's barely a boss anyways. It's like the easiest one in the game. And then the faces was like the nadir. It's like the most pointless, worthless thing in the entire game. Speaking of, pointless, worthless things in the game, come on. I get the idea. It's like, connect to Xardion, combine now, make Super Robot, win the game. Come on. There we go. Let's get this show on the road. I was talking about how I was making good time, and now it's all shot to shit because you guys keep yapping. I can't even tell which of you is talking anyways. I literally can't tell you guys apart. Anyway, so here we are on to the final level. So I said there's a fair bit of game left, though, so it's like, what, there's one level? Is it just a huge level? Well, not really. The problem is that we can't actually get through the final level. Oh, and by the way, the new robot starts at level 1, and we gotta level him up before he's any good at all. So that's fun. So yeah, problem is we gotta get past this glowing, whatever they say it was, artificial sun or luminescent microbes, whatever it was. Can't get past it, gotta power up Xardion. Because, Xardion is apparently still no good at this point. We gotta power him up. So how do we do that? Well, we've awoken... So yeah, this is basically the part of the backtracking part of the game. The part where you go past and... basically go scour the entire rest of the game for 3 doodads that you gotta pick up. Thankfully, the entire rest of the game is actually not that much. And 2 of them are actually hinted at pretty clearly. Although, again, like I said, that second hint is actually not that clear because you probably would have walked right past it without even paying attention to it. So, okay, first off, you'll remember the octopus way back in this stage. Weren't powerful enough to beat it then, but Xardion can do it. And actually, as much as I said that, Xardion is worthless and weak-ass level 1 trash. He's actually, even at level 1, he's better than the other characters. You can see he's basically just like a reskinned Triton, almost, or a resprited Triton. He starts off with all of his weapons, too, which is nice. Actually, here I'm gonna... Oops. Here I'm just gonna show off the time bomb, just cause. So yeah, you plant the T-bomb. Wait an eternity. It'll do it. There we go. And then do it again. Wait a second eternity. And kaboom. And that's the only thing the T-bomb's good for in the entire game. But anyways, Xardion here can shoot up, same as Triton, which makes him basically... he basically replaces Triton, which means he basically replaces everyone, because Triton is basically the previous super robot, and now we've got a new super robot who's better than everyone. And even at level 1, his shots do way more damage than anyone else's, even their fully upgraded shots.